आधे बाउल दही में 4 चम्मच MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला डाला, स्टर करो, पुदीना चटनी तैयार। MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला।
From the Republic Media Network headquarters, it's time for Arnab Goswami on the debate. Arnab Goswami on the debate.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, time for the nation's sharpest opinion. And I would like to begin by saying tonight that once again, extremely politely and with the greatest of humility, I would, with all my conviction, question what the Supreme Court of India has done today once again. I would like to question why the Supreme Court, while staying a Bombay High Court judgment, acquitting all the 12 convicts in the 7/11 Mumbai train blast case of 2006, also said that the released men, seen there so happy, celebrating, need not go back to jail. I do not understand this. These men have not been acquitted. Their acquittal has been stayed, which means that as of today, they continue to be convicts in the Mumbai train blast case. 189 people died. These are the men who are certainly more than in the arrow of suspicion. They have been convicted by a lower court, which means as of today, they have not been acquitted in a case in which 189 citizens of India died. They are therefore convicted in a case of terrorism. And today they are celebrating, happy, oh so happy to be with their families. But they know, all of these people celebrating, they know that 189 families were torn apart because of their actions. And I will continue to say this till they are acquitted. Because of their actions, 189 people allegedly lost their lives in 2006, and they are back. And the Supreme Court said today that while they are staying the acquittal, which means they remain convicts, for some strange reason, for some reason I don't understand, for some reason I disagree with the Supreme Court with, the Supreme Court says they will remain free. What kind of a country are we, ladies and gentlemen, where people who have not been acquitted and who therefore continue to be convicted in one of the biggest terrorist cases in our country are going to be sitting at home, watching TV, going to the mall, going to fancy restaurants, eating well, sleeping well, being with their families? If this is not special treatment, then what is? If this is not special treatment, then what is special treatment? I ask you viewers today, just let's add simple, rational thought to this. If in America, you had people convicted in 9/11 who'd been acquitted by one of the appellate courts, but whose acquittal was to be stayed by the Supreme Court of America, which means they remain convicted. They remain under investigation. They remain under trial, but they remain convicted. Would all the convicts not acquitted roam around shopping in Manhattan and celebrating their freedom? This country's constitution gives me absolute right to disagree. Not with the decision to stay the acquittal by the Supreme Court, but to disagree with the decision of the Supreme Court that the released men need not return to jail. This is a country where a common man gets stuck in jail for 50 years and is released when he turns 104. When it is said that the case never existed, His wife has died, his children have died, his life is over. And that's the man out there, ladies and gentlemen. He got stuck in jail for 50 years. When he came out, his life was almost over. Then the court says to him, you're so old, you're 104 years old, go away. But doesn't give him justice. And on the other, ladies and gentlemen, 189 people died in the 7/11 Mumbai train blast case. And while the acquittal of these people has been stayed, they're out there celebrating with their families, and they will not go back to jail. And then we say, we must be tough on terrorism. When the courts debate technicalities and evidence, terrorists don't. We must remember always, yesterday in Gujarat, the Gujarat Anti-Terrorist Squad, just yesterday, arrested 4 men who linked to the Al-Qaeda. There they are. So are we saying that terrorism is over in this country? And we are told that no, the people who are convicted in the 7/11 Mumbai train blast case will not go back to jail. If they won't go back to jail, who should? A petty thief? Or someone who's been wrongly accused in a minor case? But they should not go back to jail. Why? Why should they get special treatment? The nation wants to know. In Kashmir, 250 overground terror workers have been picked up in the aftermath of Operation Sindoor. Al-Qaeda operatives in our country are still recruiting online in Delhi, Ahmedabad, Noida. Can we, as a country, afford to send a message that botched probes are forgiven and forgotten? You see, these things make us extremely angry. And while these people celebrate, I ask you tonight, as a citizen of India to another, who speaks for the 189 people who died in the Mumbai train blast case? I respect the courts greatly, but with the greatest of respect, justice should not be seen to be done in a vacuum. And justice should be seen to be done. But if justice is seen to be done in a vacuum, it raises even more serious questions. And if nobody else, then Republic will question it. Let's debate.
Three days after the Bombay High Court acquitted 12 accused in the 2006 Mumbai train blast case, the Supreme Court heard the matter and decided to give a stay order. But with a catch. The 12 acquitted accused who have also been released will not be re-arrested.
Appearing for the Maharashtra government, Solicitor General Tushar Mehta argued in the Supreme Court that the state is not seeking to get the 12 acquitted men back to the jail. Instead, he raised concerns about certain legal findings in the Bombay High Court's acquittal order that could affect the future MCOCA trials. And he also argued that the Bombay High Court's order should not be treated as a precedent. Now, given that the argument was based on a question of law, taking note, the Supreme Court then decided to stay that particular part of the High Court's order and issued a notice on the main appeal.
The Maharashtra government, welcoming the ruling, said that it is significant that this judgment won't be treated as a precedent.
देखिए, इस बात का सेटिस्फैक्शन है कि सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने स्टे दिया है, क्योंकि लोअर कोर्ट का जो जजमेंट था उसमें सभी अपराधियों को सज़ा दी गई थी। हाई कोर्ट ने उनको बरी कर दिया, इसलिए महाराष्ट्र सरकार सुप्रीम कोर्ट आई थी और आज सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने उसके ऊपर स्टे लगाया है। मैं ऐसा मानता हूं कि ये बहुत सही कदम है।
However, questions are now being asked. If the ruling cannot be treated as a precedent, was there special approach taken in this case that led to the release of the 12 accused? In a nation torn by terror, where just yesterday Gujarat ATS busted a terror module of Al-Qaeda, Was there a soft approach in the 2006 Mumbai train blast case that led to the overturn of the judgment?
जो रेल ब्लास्ट में जिन लोगों की जान चली गई उन्हें बहुत दुख होना बिल्कुल स्वाभाविक है, लेकिन बड़ी एक चौंकाने वाली बात है कि जिस सेशन कोर्ट ने 5 अभियुक्तों को फांसी की सजा दी थी, 7 अभियुक्तों को आजीवन कारावास की सजा दी थी, वो सभी सबूत मुंबई हाई कोर्ट ने ठुकरा दिए। इसका मतलब कुछ तो कमियां थी क्या नहीं, इसका संशोधन राज्य सरकार जरूर करेगी।
Questions are being raised on the probe itself under the then Congress governments. However, Congress MP Abhishek Manu Singhvi said we'll look at the quality of justice instead.
The pride we must feel in our country, in the most disgusting, horrible, terrible, condemnable event of such terrible deaths, ghastly deaths. Look at the trial and the quality of justice these people have got. Full trial at the first level and longer trial in the second level, and now no doubt the Supreme Court will go into it in detail. So it's not the right idea to talk about sub judice merits. The right idea is to think of how great our system is, that it gives you a fair crack of the whip.
Meanwhile, the AIMIM is questioning the Maharashtra government's appeal to begin with.
बीजेपी से और केंद्र सरकार से पूछना चाह रहे हैं कि कल अगर मालेगांव ब्लास्ट में और महाराष्ट्र सरकार से मालेगांव ब्लास्ट में अगर कल वो भी रिजर्व फॉर जजमेंट है, मिसाल के तौर पर मान लिया जाए जो नहीं होना चाहिए, अगर कोर्ट डिसाइड करेगा कि वो एक्यूज्ड एक्विट हो गए, तो अपील करेंगे आप?
19 years since the blast, the fight for justice continues. The only question that remains is, when will the victims get justice?
Okay. Atikur Rahman and Abdul Razak, you must be very happy with this verdict, because the convicts in the Mumbai train blast case will be staying at home watching serials and going to movie halls and going to malls. All life is normal. They'll celebrate their freedom.
What are you feeling? What are you feeling?
Arnab ji, this is not the first time, right?
They'll be celebrating their freedom.
You know that this is not the first time, right?
You are questioning the Supreme Court. You want
Arnab ji,
justice
this is
or
not the first
victimization?
time, right?
Both of you don't
What do you
speak
mean?
together. I have a right to disagree with the Supreme Court. Yeah. What are you saying, Atik? Stop. Tell me.
You need justice or you need victimization.
I need
You
justice.
are questioning the
I need
Supreme
justice
Court
or I
saying
need
that
what?
it
What did you
should
say?
be rejected.
I want justice or I want what?
Victimization. Victimization.
Victimization. Okay, let me tell you one thing.
Victimization.
Let me say one thing to you. Suppose you carry out a murder and the court says that you're a murderer. Okay? Then you go to the High Court and the High Court says you're not a murderer. Then there's an appeal against you to the Supreme Court and the Supreme Court says, no, you are a murderer. But you will enjoy your time, despite being a murderer, despite your acquittal being stayed. You must go to the mall, watch TV, enjoy, have sweets, go to the airport, chill out, have a good time.
What for the rapists of Bilkis Bano doing? To him, Sinha's party was spreading sweets when they were on bail, not acquitted. Not acquitted, mind you. Bilkis Bano's rapists were...
But Bilkis Bano's rapists are back in jail. But Bilkis Bano's rapists are back in jail. They're not going to be having bread pakoras in a shop next to you.
They were garlanded.
Bilkis Bano's rapists are where they should be, in jail. Not walking in a mall, sipping black coffee. I can't believe it, viewers. I cannot believe it. I want to ask Chirag Chauhan, who is a survivor of the Mumbai train blast. He's an activist. I want to ask you today, Chirag, good evening, that these pictures that you're seeing here of the people who are convicted and then acquitted, and then their acquittal stopped, right? You're taking the wrong pictures on the left. Thank you. When you see these pictures, Chirag, what comes to your mind? And now you know that their acquittal has been reversed, which means court is saying they are still convicts in the eyes of the law, but they should have a normal life. What do you think?
A bit disappointed with the judgment of the High Court, and also the stay was, it seems like, the Supreme Court has given some hopes, but I don't know how it will go. Even after 19 years, if we are not able to prove that, who are the real culprits, then the entire system needs to be questioned, right from the investigation till the judiciary. So I guess there should be a common accountability, and someone should be held responsible. If after 19 years we say this 12 people have not done the bomb blast, then who did the bomb blast? And if this 12 people have done the bomb blast, then why they are not behind the bars yet? And why they have been released by the Supreme Court?
The point is the release. But exactly. My question is also to Tuhin Sinha. Tuhin, the government has proposed, and I found this quite surprising, that the government told the bench that if your lordships feel that the judgment is stayed, it's good, but you can say that they don't need to come back to prison. Now you tell me, why is the BJP government of all governments? Tuhin, the BJP government is saying that, the BJP government is saying the convicts can be sitting at home watching Netflix. Why?
Well, Arnab, first of all,
why are you taking? I thought your government, I thought BJP was strong against terrorism. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The BJP came to power on a fundamental premise.
We are.
1 minute, please. Let me complete, please, Tuhin. The BJP came to power on a fundamental premise that terrorism must not be compromised with. Now the BJP is in power, Narendra Modi is the Prime Minister for the third time, and your government has gone to the Supreme Court and said that we have no problem if these convicts can sit at home and enjoy life. They don't need to go to jail. What kind of logic? Why is the BJP becoming soft?
Reiterate, with all responsibility, we continue to have a zero tolerance approach towards terrorism.
That is a stated position. You tell me why in this case, why did the government say that the convicts need not come back to prison?
The first, let me remind you over here that the first conviction through a Mocha court happened only on 30th September 2015 after a BJP government had come in Maharashtra. So these people were dragging their feet from 2006 to 2014. Now coming to, what happened in Supreme Court, I am sure, the legal advisors of the government have taken a stand on which I cannot comment. But yes, we were extremely disappointed with the ruling of the
one minute.
Let
me ask you this, Tuhin, 1 minute. Tuhin, allow me please, and let me answer this. Tuhin, let me remind you about, how historically strong my views on terrorism have been. And I believe that I have every right to say that I am extremely disappointed. And I am perhaps the only person who can tell you this straight on your face today. That I am extremely, unbelievably disappointed that the government of India, the central government, is saying in the Supreme Court that we have... Sir, please allow me. That you are going...
Don't you have faith in the judiciary?
What are you saying?
Don't you have faith in the judiciary?
1 minute.
Why are you disappointed?
Because I am disappointed. You will decide whether I am disappointed. If I open the lines, people will know whether they are... Okay, people, open the lines. Viewers, open the lines. Mr. Razak... Mr. Razak, I am an unconventional kind of guy. Let me tell you, I am an unconventional person. I know my democratic limits, and I have every right as a citizen of India. and as a prominent television
question
anchor
the judiciary
and editor
today?
in this country
Because
to
Muslims
completely
are involved.
disagree both with the
Is it
government and the
because
Supreme
Muslims
Court.
are involved?
And there will be very few
Is it
people in this
because
country
Muslims are
who will
involved?
come on a 9 o'clock program and say, I am disappointed by the Supreme Court, but I am also disappointed by the central government. You should be happy that there are some people in this country like me who can say clearly that the Supreme Court, in my view, is wrong and the central government is wrong. Name one more person who will say that.
Sir, give me just 1 minute. Can you? Will you please? Just 1 minute. I
just
will
put
read
your,
out.
you'd talk for 2 minutes, but put your finger down.
Ashimpuram
Don't speak to me with your finger up.
West Bakery case, Delhi
Can I
blast
make a
case,
point over here,
Simi
please?
activists of Madhya Pradesh case, Malegaon blast case, Mecca Masjid blast case, Ajmer Dargah blast case, 2002 Hyderabad Task Force Office blast case, Delhi serial blast case, Parliament attack case, 2008 Ahmedabad serial blast case, Jaipur blast case, Ghatkopar
Can I
blast
make
case,
a point over here,
Hyderabad,
Arnab, please?
Saidabad blast case, Coimbatore blast case. In all these cases, people were acquitted for lack of evidence. It is only because the agencies wanted to prove
Arnab,
that they
can I
have
make a
brought
point over
justice.
here, please?
When they failed to actually give some kind
Arnab,
of evidence
in
in front of court.
2006,
This is not the
2006
first time.
by November,
Start
which is
shouting.
which
Start
by
shouting. I'm
November
not saying Stop
2006.
shouting.
Arnab, can I make an important point, please? By November 2006, all of these convicts had been arrested, but the UPA failed to build a watertight
I
case.
don't want to
and like
talk
I've
about
just reminded
UPA.
you,
I don't
for
want to
8
talk about
years,
UPA.
The case did not move.
Tuhin, there is only
the case
one
did
point.
not move. No, so
Tuhin,
even
there is
in
only
Mocha,
one point.
even the Mocha conviction happened only after we expedited the case. Even the Mocha conviction had happened only after we had expedited the case. Yes, we are disappointed by the High Court ruling, but we will take it up and we are taking it up in the Supreme Court. Our stand should not be questioned. There were many.
I am unequivocal in my view on certain issues. Razak, can you just 1 minute? I want to tell something to Tuhin. This is important. Tuhin, let me say to you today that I feel terrible about what the government is allowing. I'll tell you two things, both debate 1 and debate 2 at 9 to 10 today. I cannot believe that the government of India will allow the BCCI to play cricket with Pakistan in the Asia Cup. And I think people's blood will boil. I am saying this tonight. If you allow this, and you cannot get away saying BCCI is a private body, you must stop. The government of India, the central government, the Modi government must stop the Indian cricket team from being forced to play with Pakistan in Dubai or wherever for the Asia Cup. Second reason I'm very angry today is that the government of India says it has no problems if the convicts of the Mumbai train blast case remain at home and not go to jail. The Supreme Court, even the Supreme Court says that in principle the acquittal of the 12 accused in the Bombay High Court judgment under the Mokoka and terrorism charges cannot be treated as precedent, which means the Supreme Court thinks that this case cannot be treated as a model case for argument, which means this is unfortunately a special or soft interpretation in this case. That means it cannot become precedent prima facie. And I'm saying to you tonight, Tuhin, why is this government going soft? You go soft a wee bit. You ask Chirag how he feels. You ask me how I feel. I feel strongly about it. I feel strongly against what the Supreme Court has done today, and I feel strongly against the position of the central government on the matter.
Particular point.
Real culprits were not arrested.
My question was to Tuhin.
On the particular point of allowing the release, I have said, you know, the legal advisors of the government would be able to answer
why
this.
it is your government?
All other points, there is not a single occasion where the government has let up.
Open the
there
lines,
has been
gentlemen.
Absolutely no let up.
Live. Take the calls live.
There has been absolutely
Viewers,
no
you must speak up on
zero
this.
tolerance attitude towards
No, zero
terrorism, and
tolerance
that
I
is the way
want to see in
continue.
effect. I do not want to see zero tolerance in promise. Let me tell you one thing, Tuhin, my viewers know me. I have fought so hard. I have fought hard from 2006. I was in Mumbai when this happened. 19 years. 19 years, Tuhin, longer than you have been in politics. I have fought hard against terrorism and its sponsors in this country. And I feel terrible today. I feel terrible today. I feel terrible. I feel terrible that you are saying that these people can be at home. Why are they going to be at home? If the Supreme Court acquits them, let them be at home. But if the Supreme Court has not acquitted them, they should be in jail.
I absolutely share your sentiments, Arnab. Can you hear me out, please? I absolutely share your sentiments.
And you're also going to allow the BCCI to play cricket with the Pakistanis. You're going to, after a few days after the martyrs of Pahalgam, their blood has not died, and you're going to allow the Indian cricket team to play with Pakistan, where we are going to be put in one round so that Pakistan and India matches can get higher advertising, and on the basis of that money can be made. You must stop this Asia Cup from being a situation where we play cricket with Pakistan. We are not going to play cricket with Pakistan. We must not be allowed to play cricket with Pakistan.
That is not something I'm talking about.
I'm talking about it.
No, that is a different issue. You can take it.
I'm talking about it. I am talking about it. I am screaming about it. I'm angry about it, Tuhin.
You are talking about it. My point to
I'm angry. Why are these convicts going to be sitting at home?
Attacks. My limited point, if you allow me to complete, my limited point on the terror attacks which were taking place in 2006, 2008, you would also admit that in
I don't want to talk about 2006. You are in power. This is 2025.
So the conviction, there is a process being followed. Please
the process does not mandate for them to be sitting at home. The process mandates for them to be in jail. If they were to be treated as ordinary citizens, why are they not being treated as ordinary citizens?
Arnab, come on, you know how
investigations carry out. You went to the court. You went to the court, Tuhin. You went to the court and you said, I have no problem if they stay at home.
Investigation in the early stages. If there is a botch-up in investigation in the early stages, it
you said in court.
We have tried everything to correct that.
Did you say in court that I have no problem if they stay at home? I have a problem if they stay at home. Republic viewers have a problem if they stay at home. Members of the Nationalist Collective have a problem if they stay at home. Why should they stay at home? Call me an ultra-right-winger if you want to.
Why are you questioning me on this?
Because you're from the BJP. It's the central government which took this position in court. Who should I ask?
No, I have asked you to speak to the legal minds. I'm on the issue. You know, you need to jog your memory back to 2006.
My memory is jogged, exercised, and is on a marathon 24/7.
Had it not been due to the efforts of our government, even the Mocha conviction of 2015 would have been difficult. That was the kind of investigation which UPA had carried on. We had ensured that
lines are open. I'm taking Shruti from Mumbai on the line, please. Shruti, what do you think?
First 8 years were wasted.
I'll take a couple of reactions. I'm so angry about this tonight. Shruti from Mumbai.
Good evening, sir.
What do you think?
This is a case which should have been solved here.
Sir, my very close relative and immediate family member was a victim in this blast. He was in the first class compartment and he lost 80% of his hearing ability. This democracy is this Viksit Bharat. A normal life for those terrorists who have shaken the normal life of 189 families.
Yeah.
Our trust has eroded, not in the judiciary alone, but in the government. BJP has been in power for over 10 years now, and yet I don't see a single change in the judiciary. Don't just say zero tolerance for terrorism in your political rallies. Show it in your damn actions. We have had enough.
Thank you, Shruti. I feel very strongly too, as you know. Harish Prabhu from Mumbai. A lot of callers from Mumbai tonight. Thank you for watching tonight. Harish ji.
Yeah, today I feel like hanging my head in shame, because of the fact that as an Indian, there's is really, a matter of shame. The reason I'm telling you is that, not my relative, but my colleague who is a senior banker who actually from Churchgate to Goregaon, when he went, there were shrapnels and he died, and we have been scurrying for 2 days to find him in a hospital, and he died in my hands. And believe me, all the people who are on the panel, including Mr. Atik and all, should be, ashamed of the fact that a fellow Mumbaiite has gone and a fellow Indian has gone. These are premeditated.
No, but the government is saying it's okay if they stay at home, Harish. I can't believe.
No, so the government is completely wrong.
Harish, please accept my sincere sympathies.
He doesn't need your sympathies. He doesn't need your sympathies. He's telling you that this is not justice.
The CDRs were destroyed not by these people. The CDRs were destroyed by the investigating agency.
Okay, we have Kuldeep Singh from Mumbai. Kuldeep Singh, quickly, please. Kuldeep, what do you think?
Hi, Arnab.
Hi, Kuldeep.
Like you said, you are unconventional. I am also very, very unconventional. I was just narrating the whole incident to my 18-year-old daughter. What I went through, reaching from Juhu all the way down to, VT. That said, and everybody knows what happened. But I want to tell Mr. Tuhin Sinha, and through Mr. Tuhin Sinha, I want to tell our beloved PM, Mr. Modi, that this is unacceptable, unpardonable. The judiciary, the way they have taken this decision, is pathetic.
But also on the recommendation of the government, Kuldeep.
Yes,
this is the government's recommendation that they need not go to jail.
Sinha, you and the government, you have let me down. You have let all those supporters who have stood with you, who have voted you. Okay, you have let us down. And let me tell you, you will lose voters like us in the near future if you don't change your stand. You are going too soft on the terror.
And now we are told there'll be cricket with Pakistan in Asia Cup, and government will allow that. It's terrible. Sushil Singhania from Jamshedpur in Jharkhand. Sushil.
Hello.
Hi, Sushil.
Yes, sir. मैं सुशील सिंघानिया बोल रहा हूँ सर जमशेदपुर से।
बोलिए सिंघानिया साहब।
ऐसा है सर, मैं बहुत पुराना फैन हूँ आप लोगों का
जी।
और ये सर जो कुछ भी हो रहा है ना
जी,
ये भाजपा, ये हमारे देश की सरकार का फेल्यूर है और हमारे ही भाइयों को
कुछ तो बोलिए। ये झारखंड से बोल रहे हैं, तुहिन जी आप भी झारखंड से हैं।
परिवार के हमारे लोग जो है ना मारे गए हैं, सब हमारे भाई, सब हमारे लोग थे और आज सुप्रीम कोर्ट जो है 100 वर्षों के मुकदमे वहां पेंडिंग है।
बोलिए कुछ तो बोलिए तुहिन जी। प्रफुल्ल गाला मुंबई से कॉल पे है। प्रफुल्ल जी
देखिए अर्नब, मैंने
अच्छा बोलिए एक मिनट प्रफुल्ल जी रुकिए एक मिनट।
बताया 2006 के बाद से 2006 के बाद का उस समय का पूरा इतिहास बताया।
मैं इतिहास नहीं, मैं आज की बात
अगर पहले 100 दिन में आप
वो अलग बात है ना। आप पे क्या विवशता है कि आप सरकार कोर्ट में जाके कहती है कि हमें कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है अगर वो घर में रहे? ये बताइए मुझे, मैं उसी पॉइंट पे आ रहा हूं।
सरकार इस केस को परस्यू करेगी, इस पर
परस्यू क्या, घर में बैठ रहे ये लोग
है और आगे
प्रफुल्ल गाला
इसको अंजाम तक पहुंचाएगी।
प्रफुल्ल गाला मुंबई। प्रफुल्ल गाला जी बोलिए।
Ridiculous the way the government is taking a stand in the Supreme Court. Where the convicts can stay home, then every Tom, Dick and Harry who does this and acquitted, he goes home and
that's what I'm saying.
We are at risk. And
that's what I'm saying, Praful. I'm not going to feel happy about this. It's very bad. Manish Sinha from Ghaziabad. So many callers are you seeing everywhere in the country they are watching. Manish Sinha from Ghaziabad.
Yeah. Hi, Arnab. I just want to convey that this is really quite alarming to just see the way the government is acted onto this issue. And surprisingly, I just want to put question to that BJP spokesperson that why he is repeatedly saying, I have done it from 2015, I have done it from 2015. Even if you have done it from 2015, why these people are just scot-free right now? And what you are taking the stand is...
Tuhin, you tell Manish. Tuhin, you tell Manish. You tell Manish. Everybody is asking you, why did you go to court and say that ठीक है, वो जेल न जाए तो ठीक है. आपने क्यों कहा?
Arnab, within a day, we have appealed to the Supreme Court. You know, we could have postponed it like the Congress government keep postponed it. So our urgency
Congress
is there on the records.
Why is Congress your benchmark?
on this particular issue, on this particular, it is not the benchmark. Please don't, I think, we are having an informed debate, and somebody like you should not be questioning the government because you followed both the governments. So our intent is very much there on this particular issue.
Even the Supreme Court has said we
I'm
agree
sure
with the government's suggestion that they need not go to jail. They have said something like that. Why this whole angle? Arey, jai na jail.
All other issues, my stand is very clear.
I'm very angry about this. I'm very angry. Tuhin, not good, not good, not good, not good, not good, not good.
No, what makes you think that I'm not angry? What makes you think that I'm not angry? Please try to understand that the government works within a
Good if you're angry.
What makes you think that I'm not angry?
Good if you're angry. I'm happy you're angry. Be angry against what has happened.
I have witnessed those bomb blasts. I have witnessed those bomb blasts firsthand. Thankfully, in the last 11 years, those bomb blasts used to happen every 35 days.
But I don't know what's going on these days. You should not have said in court that it's okay if they don't go to prison. You should have said, the BJP government should have said, these people should remain in prison for the rest of their life. Your argument lacked conviction.
I have told you that, you can speak to a particular legal advisor of the government. On all other issues, I have reiterated that our stand on terrorism continues to be one of zero tolerance.
Anyway, I just feel so strongly against it.
So sorry. Why were the investigations so
Masjid verdict?
Hey, you guys keep quiet. You're worse.
CDR
We did not get justice in Babri Masjid case.
Who buried the CDR?
We did not get justice in Babri Masjid
Hey,
case.
Tuhin, when you guys go soft, then the other side also gets encouragement.
We did not get justice in Babri Masjid case. We kept quiet.
What Babri Masjid case? What Babri Masjid case? The temple has been built. Deal with it.
ये है सीक्रेट रेसिपी MDH का जीरा सिप जल जीरा मसाला। सिप सिप जीरा सिप